Hey everybody, this is Nagorb. For those of you who are watching right now, please be aware that there will be many interruptions during this broadcast, but I will do my best to keep it together and make this extremely informative. Right now, CLX Gaming has a sale going on, 4th of July sale for the next 5 days, 11 hours and 28 minutes and some seconds. And if you are a gamer, CLX Gaming is probably the best place to go to get your computer built. They custom build all of their computers, and you get to pick the parts. You get to decide how good a machine you are going to get in every facet of the machine. And professionals put it together, and when they put it together, they back up their work. They have some of the best tech help that I have ever dealt with, and believe me, I have had to deal with a lot of tech help over the years. So when you come here, they have a lot of pre-built options, and their pre-built options cover a very wide range, very wide spectrum. If you like AMD, they got AMD. If you like Intel, they got Intel. If you're on a budget, they got budget machines. If you want to go all out and spend a ton, well, they've got expensive machines. And you can build even more expensive than that, because all of these have the option of add to your cart or customize it. So you come in here, let's start with the cheapest one they have. The cheapest one they have is an AMD Ryzen 3 3200 gigahertz, 3200 gigabyte, 3.60 gigahertz quad core. That's the processor, and your motherboard's going to be an ASRock A320M HDV R4.0. That comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM, two 4 gigabyte sticks of DDR2666 Patriot Premium. And this will use the motherboard's onboard graphics, because at that price, there are no graphics cards you can stick in it and keep it that price. Graphics cards right now are very hard to find, especially the cheaper ones. Only the more expensive ones are currently available. So you're going to get... for that price, you're going to get a Patriot Burst 2400 gigabyte 2.5 inch SATA 3 SSD standard solid state hard drive, and no secondary storage. Standard cooling fans. It'll come with 3. No GPU overclocking. SET Talus E1 Micro Tower Black. 500 watt ATX 12 volt power supply, Microsoft Windows 10 Home Edition, and a lifetime warranty on labor, and a 1-year parts warranty. Now, that lifetime warranty on labor, that's awesome. That means they will take this machine back and fix it for you if there is a problem. Parts, unfortunately, 1 year of parts is, you're lucky if parts last that long. So you could make use of that 1 year parts warranty. If you want to buy a longer warranty on your parts, you can buy a longer warranty. So you look at this, you decide, okay, I want to go as cheap as I possibly can, but I need a little bit better than that, so I want to tweak this. Instead of clicking add to cart, you're going to click on customize. And when you click on customize, you're going to come in here and it shows you right now, this is what you got. This is all the stuff that's in your machine, and this is the price you're going to pay. This price is going to change, and these things are going to change as you tweak it down here, as you make changes. First change option you have is to tweak your tweak your chassis. If you want to change the box it plays in, well, here you can go for another $73. You can go up to their SET Talos P1 Mid Tower Black. That appears to be the biggest tower that they offer for this. So we come over here to chassis fans, and right now it's just got these standard fans. If you want to go pretty, you can pick out some colorful lights to put in there for not much more. It's going to come with 3 fans. So for $25, $24 more, you can add any of these first 4 fans and make it prettier. And then for $45 more this one, $48 more, and all the way, the rest of these are $48 till you get to this one. 3 of these is gonna run you an extra $111. So if you want that bad boy, you're gonna pay some money for it. And then you want, if you want your machine just screaming pretty and glowing lights, you can add some more lights here. But if you're good with the with no lights, if you're good with the standard fan and the standard chassis, you don't have to spend an extra dime in here. You come on here over here to your core components, and I'm going to take a brief break while you look at the basic options here on core components, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that brief interruption. And okay, so we're here at Core Components, and of course, the first thing we want to look at is our processor. A Ryzen 3 is really base minimum for running games. You can also choose an Intel Core i3, which again, they'll actually knock some money off if you choose one of those. But if you're trying to run today's games, that i3, the next upgrade on Fortnite might be too much for it. You don't know. A lot of games that are being made right now are not being made compatible with the i3. Minimum is your i5 for a lot of games, and some even require an i7. So this Ryzen i3, you're probably going to want to go up at least to a Ryzen 7, and I would go to an i7. i7's gonna get you, gonna cost you another $89. A Ryzen 7 is going to cost you an extra $176 minimum. And there are better options in the 7s. Both Intel and Ryzen offer better options than that base option, but it's going to run you more. So I would switch over to the Intel. Now, if you're an AMD fan and you want to stick with AMD, you can go with this Ryzen 7 at extra 176, or drop down to a Ryzen 5 at an extra 50. That's up to you. My choice would be the Intel i7 for an extra $89, and you see the price changes here immediately, and your processor changes here immediately. And it tells you right off, as soon as you do that, the graphics card and motherboard are going to have to change. Okay, so we've changed the processor, and we're going to go to the motherboard, and we're going to pick a different motherboard because, well, that one didn't work, and automatically it's offering, it no longer has that one selected. It's automatically offering us something else because, well, we need something different for an Intel chipset because we've chosen an Intel processor. So ASRock and MSI, generally pretty good motherboards. These will be on the cheap side. Every company has different levels, different qualities of boards. So, if you don't have a lot of money, you're going to wind up with the cheap stuff. But okay, we can increase we can add for another $96 a pretty darn good ASRock here, and let's see what happens if we click on that. What are our incompatibilities? Okay, so our chassis has to be changed. We have to change, if we go with that one, we have to change our chassis, and that's more money, and graphics card selection is going to have to change, so that one's going to be a little bit on the difficult side. Let's see what happens with this one. Okay, so this one we don't have to change our chassis. Let's bring it back to here, and okay, that's $27 over our minimum. $694 is what we're at with our absolute minimum, and if we bump it up just a little bit, that one takes, okay. It's an extra $27 for this one. That puts us at $721. So let's stay with this. Let's not. We're trying to get away with the first one we're building here. We're trying to get away with as cheap as we possibly can. So let's stay with this one, and let's go to graphics cards, and see, that one's not going to work. We have to choose something else. Now, for extra $195, we could choose this one, but that one's out of stock. And that one's out of stock. So we're forced to come all the way here to NVIDIA. And the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 4GB. This is $411 extra dollars. We're over $1,000 already. We're at $1,105 just by adding that. So that's not Intel. There's just no real cheap way to do this Intel. So let's go all the way back here to this, and let's try. I think will be cheaper. It'll be cheaper to go with the Ryzen. And now it tells me I've got to choose another motherboard. And that's fine. I'm going to choose this one. And we can come back here and I can do the on board again. That brings me back to 785. Nope. No, that one doesn't have video capabilities. Okay. Okay, so which one does have video capabilities? That one's at the same price. Okay. No. Let's see. Okay. We found one that has video capabilities. Okay, we're paying an extra $102 over that. So we're at $761. This one has the video capabilities, so we don't have to buy a graphics card. Now, understand that video capability it's going to be limited, and when you're using onboard the onboard graphics of a motherboard, of a processor, it's going to be limited. So although that's the cheaper way to go, that's if you're going to be gaming, that's not the better way to go. So that is a tweak you can make for if you really want to stay on the cheap, and you just can't go the 411 for a graphics card. But it's not a good option, I don't think. Personally, I just don't think it's a good option. So I'm not going to keep building from there. I'm going to go back to the Intel Core 7. We're going to go with that and pick a compatible motherboard with that. We'll go with the cheapest they have. And unfortunately, $411 is the cheapest we can get for a graphics card for that. We want more RAM. Okay. 16 gigabytes of RAM is the minimum that I would say you need to run a good to run a good gaming machine. This one's a slight upgrade. It's an Independence Day upgrade. So if you click on this one, you're actually, instead of getting the DDR 2666, you're actually getting 3000 megahertz, which it should show. Yeah, this is your upgrade right here. That's your upgrade right there. So you're getting a slightly faster 16 gigabyte for the same price. We're $1166. Would love to help you build a cheaper machine, but if you're gaming, if you're gonna game, especially if you're gonna record and stream, that's, cheaper's not possible. Okay. Power supply, we're at the absolute minimum for the power supply. This one, okay, here we have a free, if you go $21 more, you get a free upgrade to a 750 watt. So we're going to go with that free upgrade. And that's actually going to be this one, the 750 watt right there. So we're gonna, that's, power supply is everything. If you run out of power on a machine, everything's gonna slow down. You're gonna be all bogged down. It's gonna be horrible. So, power means a lot. So this means that you can expand your machine a lot. You're still going to have cooling issues, but again, power supply allows you to upgrade your cooling system too. So upgrading power supply makes sense. And we are at 1197. We have a conflict. Maximum memory speed supported by the motherboard is 266. So we've got to come back to the motherboard. Let's see. Can we go up with the motherboard? That motherboard doesn't. That won't fix it. Oh. We got to come all. Oh, now we got to upgrade the chassis. Nope. Okay. So we can't take advantage of that upgrade. Let's go back here. See, it tells you all of these things as you're building it. See, if you were building it by yourself and just picking these parts off randomly off different sites on the internet, you wouldn't find out about these conflicts till you had all the parts and you were trying to put it together and it didn't work. So we have right here all of this information being provided to us by the website. So I can come all the way back here and come back to 266. And since this one does not get me the I can't use that upgrade. It's a useless upgrade to me. I'm going to come here to this one. Back to this one. That's 266. And back to the ASRock motherboard. And we're at 1178. And everything is copacetic. There are no problems there, so we're going to move on. We've got power. We've selected Power supply. We do not need, if you want to go colorful on your cables, you can go colorful on your cables. I am not going to go with colorful cables, so here is a 240 gigabyte hard drive. Is going to run you a lot of grief. You really want something bigger than that. So let's see. We can double that size for $21 here. Let's see. For $24, this is a slightly better one here. So we're gonna double our size right here, and now we're up to 1202, and we're gonna want to back up. Let's go with mechanical. That's the cheapest way to go. $51 for 1 terabyte Seagate. That should be enough backup as long as you're not storing too much stuff on your computer. You may need to get some external hard drives to store stuff if you're keeping a lot of your videos and stuff. If you're not putting them all straight to the internet and you're trying to keep some on you, you may need to buy some backup hard drive, external hard drives. Or you may want to go. You may want to go with a larger hard drive inside your machine. I mean, right here for an extra $121, you can get it up to 6 gigabytes. So 6 terabytes. Here's 16 terabytes here. $800. So how you can get an external drive? You can get a couple of 8 terabyte external drives for a whole lot less than $800. So I would go with the external drive route if you're going to store a lot of extra stuff. So now you've got your, we've doubled the size of our operating system storage, and we've added a backup storage, an extra storage drive, and we're at 1253. We don't need RAID, and we don't need a RAID controller, and unless you're using your machine for a lot of external sound, you know, if sound really is super important to you. I've never paid extra for a sound card. I've never put a sound card in my machine, but if sound is really important to you, they have sound card options for as low as $40. Network connectivity, it already comes with a 10, 100, 1000 gigabyte network on board. I really don't think there's any need to add the extra cards. It's already built into the motherboard. But if you feel like you need more than what's built into the motherboard, then you are welcome to purchase one of these. And so we come down to the last thing on core components, and we are at capture cards. Now, if you are building your game for you're building your computer for streaming, and you're going to be you want to use your Xbox or your Switch or your Game Boy or whatever external gaming device you want to use to stream your game. If you're not actually playing Fortnite on the computer, you're going to need a capture card. Now, there are cheaper options than these, but If you're going to go with one of these options, I would go with the internal right here, the Elgato internal one. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's the better option. So I would go with this one, and that's going to bring your price to $14.72. And now, for the rest of this, cooling fans are fine. We don't need to bump the cooling fans. We don't need to buy thermal compound. We don't need all this stuff. Is extras that you don't need. Overclocking, you don't want overclock. I strongly advise against overclocking. Overclocking makes your system unstable, and even done by a professional, it's going to be grief. You're going to have to you're going to spend more time on with tech help than playing your games if you get it overclocked. So that's just my personal opinion. If you want to talk to the professionals at CLX, they may tell you a different story, and I'm not going to call them liars. I'm not a professional. Haven't built my own computer in many years, so, but that's just my opinion. Okay, software. It already comes with Windows Home 10. You can get it upgraded to professional if you want for $45. And you can buy some Office software for anywhere from $184 to $500, depending upon which package you want. Then there are free games. These games are all downloadable free off the internet. So, and there's nothing there, nothing there. These are all downloadable free off the internet. You can go ahead and click these. I'm not sure that they'll even bother to install them, even though you click them. Warranty, here's where your warranty upgrades are. For $250, you can get 2 years instead of 1 year. And for a limited time, for the next 5 days, you can make it 3 years for that same $250. So, considering the cost of replacing some of these parts, that might be worth it. Okay. Peripheries, it does not. For $1,472, it does not come with a keyboard, a mouse pad, a game controller, headset, speakers, monitor, power protection, webcam, external storage, special packaging, flash drive, wireless router, or a chair. Okay? So, you can get shirts from them, you can get chairs from them, they'll sell you all this stuff, but although this is really good stuff that they're trying to sell you, I'm not going to knock it. It's good quality stuff. These are things I go cheap on. And I would, I'm going to get a trackball for $34 from Amazon, and a cheap keyboard from Walmart, and cheap speakers maybe from Walmart or Best Buy, and a cheap monitor from Walmart. So that's the route I would go on that. Altogether, by the time you buy all of those things, you're probably going to come in just over $1,600 if you shop smart on those things. But that's what you're looking at to buy for the minimum you want for a gaming computer. If you're going to be streaming, if you're going to be recording your streams, if you're going to be editing, if you're going to be recording and then editing, Uh, this this is the minimum you want. This is just what you got to do. Now we can go back to the original to products here, and let me pause for a minute. I'm gonna leave you there for just a minute. Okay, I am back. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let me see. So, we've already looked at what the cheapest option is if you really want a gaming machine. That the price we brought it in at was real close to this one right here. The 1478 here. Yeah, it was. So this option for gaming really isn't all that good an option. This one really probably is going to be your minimum. So we're talking AMD Ryzen 5 3600 3.6 gigahertz. The ASRock B450 Pro 4 motherboard, 16 gigabytes, DDR4 2666 Patriot Premium. And this one's got an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Super 6 gigabyte. Okay, so this pre-built is better. This pre-built is better than the one that I went through and customized myself. So, but it has no secondary storage. It's got the 480 gigabyte Seagate Barracuda SSD. It doesn't have the secondary storage that I put on the other one. You're gonna want secondary storage or more storage. That 480 gigabytes is gonna fill up quick if you're using it to, for storing your videos. Even if you're not keeping a lot of videos, even if you're processing them fast, the stuff you're going to want to keep for editing and for your videos, that 480 gigabytes is going to fill up fast. So you're going to want secondary storage. So this 1478, that's not going to be your minimum price here. So it comes with a CLX Quench 120 closed liquid cooler. So you've got extra cooling for this bad boy. We got a mid tower instead of a micro tower. That's a Horus P300A mid tower plaque. No overclocking. 700 watt thermal take, 800 plus power supply, which is pretty good. Exterior paint, standard factory color. Exterior paint technique, standard factory technique. And Microsoft Windows 10 Home, standard lifetime labor warranty, and 1-year parts warranty. So let's go through. We just want to tweak one thing on this, and let's see what we can get. A secondary storage. Let's go to mechanical. All right, for $51 extra, we make it a Seagate Barracuda, and we're at $15.29. So this one with just the addition of the Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte extra storage gets us $15.29, and now with that we just need to pick up our accessories at Walmart or Best Buy or Amazon. So your choice of a mouse or a trackball, keyboard, mouse pad, game controller if you want a game controller, speakers, monitor, all that stuff. I would advise getting it on the cheap elsewhere. There are much cheaper options than they offer here. They offer good quality. If you've got money to burn, buy the good quality stuff from them. They've got good prices on good quality, but if you don't have money to burn, these are things you can go cheap on. And you can go cheap on the monitor. You can go cheap on the keyboard and the mouse pad and the speakers. You can afford to go cheap on those things. You know, they're not going to seriously affect your streaming. Wouldn't go too cheap on them. You want them good enough that they're not going to inhibit your game. But yeah, they don't have to be pretty. They don't have to be flashy. So that would be my option here. So $15.29. That's the only tweak I would put on that one. But now, let's see, if we are trying to make something okay. Okay. So now, and they've got this, let's see, their 1538 is, let's see, that's the same. They changed the motherboard. They changed the, let's see, they don't change that. They don't change that. They don't change that. They still don't give you the secondary storage for this extra 138. They're giving you probably a better motherboard. They're giving you a different case and a better motherboard for that extra money instead of giving you that secondary storage. So tweak this one, put the secondary storage in, and you know that secondary storage is going to do you a lot good than a lot more better than just a little bit of extra motherboard if that's the limit of what you can afford. Now, if you can afford slightly better, go with the better motherboard. Add the secondary storage to this one. The 1 terabyte drive is still only $51 extra. You know, if you can do this, and you know it's not going to kill you to go almost $1,600 before you buy your monitor, your mouse, your keyboard, your speakers. That's fine. If you're using a headset, you don't even need the speakers. So, but let's see what we can do here. This is 2128, and for that you get an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X 3.6 gigahertz octa-core. That one says that it'll upgrade if you buy it before Independence Day. That one's going to get you an upgrade. So we gotta you're going to get a slightly. It's still going to be a Ryzen 7, but they're going to upgrade it from a 3700 to a 3800X. And your motherboard's an MSI X570 MPG Gaming Plus, which is a good motherboard. Total 16 gigabytes, and we're still using 2666 premium Patriot Premium RAM chips, DDR4 RAM chips, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 EGB. No, sorry, 6 gigabyte. My eyes are messing with me. Okay. All right. And 480 gigabyte Seagate Barracuda solid state drive. Again, no secondary storage. You're gonna want that secondary storage. If 480 gigabytes is not gonna take you far. CLX Quench 120 closed liquid cooler, sounds good. No overclocking. RA Evolve X mid tower black, 700 watt thermal take, 80 plus power supply, standard color, standard factory technique, Windows Home. Okay, That's what they get you for 2128. Let me see what I can build starting with this package. Let me customize this package and see what I can build for for that price. So I'm going to leave it a micro tower. I'm not going to go with a more expensive tower. I'm going to leave the fans alone. I'm going to leave the lighting alone. I'm going to come over here to core components, and I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to go with an Intel Core 7, and I'm going to bump that. That's going to tell me that I need a different motherboard, and so I'm going to pick a different motherboard, and that's going to tell me I need another graphics card, so I'm going to pick a graphics card. And right now we're at 1105. We're copacetic, and so I want better RAM. I'm gonna go for more RAM, even though it's slower. I can't go over 2600, and this bumping it to this is a spurious offer. Okay, this right here is a spurious offer because they're offering to bump it up to 3000, but your motherboard won't take 3000, so you're still only going to get 2666. That's I don't know. I want to say I don't like that. I don't like them making an offer that, well, is no good to you. It's a useless offer. I don't know what motherboard you've got to go to make that offer even practical, but that accepting that offer would force you to go with a much, much more expensive motherboard. So in fact, let's do that. Let's go to that. Let's do that. Let's find the motherboard that that will let me use that. Okay. Okay. That one won't let me use it. That one won't let me use it. That one makes me get another chassis. That one will let me use it, but that one makes me get another chassis. Okay. I'm going for trying to compete with their $2,100 one. So, okay. Let's do it. Let's go back. Let's get another chassis. Let's find a chassis. We need a full. Does that one support it? Ah, that fixes it. Okay, that was a rather cheap fix. We're back to core components, and we've picked our motherboard. We've picked our graphics card. We've picked our RAM. And let's say we want more than 16. We want 32. Okay. We got 32 gigabytes of RAM. All right. So now we're going to go with this one since it's the same price as that one. That's a free upgrade to this one. And again, we're going for operating system here. We want the operating system. We're not looking for okay. Let's go with that. Let's give ourselves a big drive. And let's give ourselves a not much difference between the 6 and the 4 terabyte on price here. But let's just go with the 2 terabyte. Let's go with 2 terabytes. Okay, we're at 1547. We don't want a RAID controller, sound card. We don't need to input that. And for that, we've got, all right. We came in well below their 2100 here, and that's not a bad machine. We've got an i7. Let's since we can afford to go up a little bit. Let's see if we can go. Let's see how much we can go up with this. Our budget here, the budget we're talking about is 2100. So we're competing with their 2136 ones. So let's see. We can go to an i9. What would that do here? Oh, motherboard and cooling solution would not work. We need better. Okay. We'd have to. Oh, and that would already put us over. That would put us over. So, okay. So let's go back here. Let's go back to the 7. And again, motherboard. If we go to that. What's the best 7 I can get without going? Is that the best? If I go higher? Okay. Okay, so if I go higher, I got to get another motherboard. Okay. So let's go with that one, and let's look for a motherboard and a cooling solution that will work with that. Okay, so we got the motherboard we want. Okay, so we got the motherboard, and now we need a better cooling solution. And so where's my cooling solutions? Okay, core components. Oh, that would be here, cooling solutions. That's chassis fans, internal lighting. No. Okay, core components. Ah, there we go. There we go. Cooling solution. Okay, so for an extra $28, does that fix my cooling problem? That one fixes me. What about that one? Okay, so I can even go a little bit higher on the cooling solution. Okay, so I've got a capture card which the original didn't have. I've got a secondary drive that the original didn't have. I've got a bigger I've got a bigger main operating system drive than the other one had. I've got more RAM than the other one had. I've got better cooling. I've got a better power supply. I think the graphics card's better. And I've come in under their price. So I can go back, if I'm going to tweak things and get to their price, let me see what I can do with a graphics card. Can I go up a little bit on a graphics card? Yeah. Oh, that's out of stock. Okay, that one still comes in under their price. And there we are, right at their price. In fact, $21.26, that might be right on their price. And this one's more practical for the gamer, the streamer, because we have built into it the capture card. We have a bigger main hard drive. We have a secondary storage. We have more RAM. Yeah, this one, take a good look, take a note of everything on this one, and I think this one beats their $21.26 that they're offering just because of those features. If you're gaming, if you're streaming, if you're going to record and then broadcast, these are things that you need. The capture card matters. Can you get a cheaper capture card than that? Yes. And does it have to be in an internal capture card? No, it doesn't. But that's a real good capture card. And for the $21.26, you're getting a pretty good machine for that price with these tweaks, as opposed to the one that they were offering, which did not have as big an operating system hard drive, did not have a secondary drive, had less RAM, did not have any capture card. So now here's the thing. You can take all of these things and subtract the capture card and go looking for your own capture card. See if you can find a capture card that saves you a little bit of money, but is still considered reliable, still has good ratings, still is gonna work with this machine. But keep everything else, so you'll still have if you buy an internal capture card that is cheaper than the one they're offering, you can put it in yourself. That's the beautiful thing about custom built machines like this. They're not using proprietary parts, and when you get them, you can upgrade them. They don't have to stay the way you bought them, like they would if you bought it from Dell or HP or something. That's the beautiful thing about these machines. You buy as bare bones as you want and upgrade when you can. That's the beautiful thing about a custom build. Okay, but what I love here, you saw how as soon as I added something that conflicted, it told me what it conflicted with immediately, and that's the beautiful thing about having a professional or professional software working with you as you build your machine. You know, yes, you could research all this stuff yourself. Yes, you could research the incompatibilities and make sure that it's that all those incompatibilities are worked out in advance. But that's a lot of work, a lot of headache. They've done it for you. So you go through and you build the machine you want to build right here. Now, if you don't want these professionals to put these parts together for you, you can see if you can source these parts for this price on your own. Good luck. But because I think this is pretty good prices that they're offering here, and I doubt you're going to get much better prices on these, but you might. You know, if you want to go out there and see if you can find all these parts retail for that price and build this same machine on your own without the help of the professionals. But now, if you don't have the help of the professionals and you can't figure out what's wrong, and your machine needs to be tweaked, and you've got this, that, or the other problem, well, you're the tech help if you built it yourself. If they build it for you, you got really good tech help, because these people, they answer their phone and they'll solve your problem. That's bottom line. They'll answer their phone, they'll solve your problem. So maybe you could use their site to put together all the parts and then go assemble the parts yourself. But without that tech help, you may find yourself in a world of hurt. Unless you're a professional yourself. And if you're a professional yourself, I doubt you need to come here and do this. Most of us are not professionals. Even those of us who have dabbled in putting together machines are on our own. And this is a great way to do it. But now, okay, this is a good machine. At $21.26, we are competitive with gaming machines that you might buy from Best Buy or local stores. It's a gaming machine. For $21.26, this is a gaming machine, and you should have nothing to cry about with this. But maybe you've got money to burn. Maybe you want to go all out and build a dream machine. So let's see what they've got for the person who wants to build a dream machine. All the way down here at the bottom, this one already has, they already have one built that's going for $7,118. It's using an AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3960X 24 core. It's got an MSI TRX40 Pro Wi-Fi motherboard, a total 32 gigabytes, 4x8 gigabyte DDR for 2666 Patriot Premium on the RAM, an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 24 gigabyte CDD R6X, with an instant rebate of $650 off that available in stock. Okay. 480 gigabytes. So does that mean you're going to get this for $650 less than that? That would seem to be what they're saying. Or is that already baked into the price? Have to find that out. We got a 480 gigabyte Seagate Barracuda, a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda for a backup drive, CLX Quench 2400 closed liquid cooler, an RA Evolve X mid tower black, an EVGA Supernova 1300 G280 cold 1300 watt power supply. That's nice. This still has standard factory color, no tweaks to that, and standard factory technique, and Windows Home, and their standard lifetime warranty and 1-year parts. So, give me 1 minute and I'll be right back to look at what we can do to tweak that. All right, we are back with money to burn. How much money can we spend on a machine here? Let's start from the beginning. There are actually more expensive chassis than the one this one is in. If we go with the most expensive, biggest chassis they've got, what happens up here? Still compatible. Okay, no compatibility issues. We've just added $900 to the cost of the machine. That's all. And do we want to custom paint this thing? Well, of course, we've got money to burn. So let's burn, baby, burn. I love purple. Let's go with purple. Exterior color, exterior finish. Let's go with the diamond. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Okay, so all right, we got money to burn, so let's burn it. $230 fans. We got 8 of them going in there. And let's throw some extra lighting in there. We're not only making this thing hot, we're going to make it cool looking. Okay, so here we are. We are using a thread ripper. But there are better thread rippers than the ones we're using. In fact, this thread ripper right here, 64 core, 3990X. Thread ripper 3990X, 64 core. 128 threads. Okay. Wow. We're going to go with that. We got money to burn. So let's see. How beautiful a machine can we make? These are our only options. And there we go. And there we go. And let's see. Can we go faster? What happens? Yeah, that motherboard can take that. Can it take 8? It can take 8. Oh my God, look at that. We have 8 32 gigabytes. 8 32 gigabyte RAM chips in this thing. 3600 megahertz RAM chips. Total of 256 gigabytes of quad channel memory. We are cooking with Crisco here. Okay, now here is our power supply. So we got 1300. And we can go 1500, 1600. That one's out of stock. Let's go with that one. And black and blue. Yeah, let's go with that. And let's go with that. Let's see. What are we doing? Okay, most of these are Okay. M2 SSD versus SSD. Okay. Okay, so the M2 cards are faster. Speed is good. We're going to go with this one. What's wrong? Okay, it doesn't give me a quantity option. Here I get a quantity option. Okay. Just going to go with that one. And then for secondary storage, I can put 3 of these in there. Three of those is only going to give me 6 terabytes. It's going to be fast terabytes, but it's 6 terabytes. As opposed to 16 terabytes here. My secondary storage does not have to be blazing fast. Okay, this one. Okay, I can put 4 of those. So now I got lots of storage. Not with the RAID stuff. But since we're blowing through money, let's put a kick-ass sound card in the system. And of course, the best of Ethernet. And let's go with our best capture card. Okay. Going with the best cooling system. And let's bump that to professional. Get that professional. These are all free downloadable. Yeah, these are free downloadable too. Just let them install those things for me. I'm going to put a 3-year warranty on this thing since I'm spending so much on it. And now periphery, let's see. Remember, money is no object. We are burning through money. Going to see how much we can cost. This thing will cost us here. No matter what I buy here, I'm going to wind up getting myself a trackball. So let's see what looks pretty. What do I like? Oh hell, we're just buying it because it's most expensive. Just buying it because it's the most expensive. That's ugly. Let's go with this one. And these look nice. Let's go with that. Now let's buy some power protection. Fork out for their webcam. Yeah, let's get that too. Oh, we're going to pay for the extra packaging here. Yeah, that's included. The extra packaging is included. Get a flash drive. Why not? Spend a fortune on a flash drive. Upgrade our router while we're at it. And let's get a comfy chair. And there we are. We have just built the most awesome dream machine possible on this website. And it is going to cost us $22,563.81. Estimated delivery time, 11 to 21 business days. And this is a monster. Take a look at those parts, baby. Make sure you take note of all of the parts that are in this. This is a monster. And if this thing doesn't walk, talk, and chew gum at the same time, send it back. It's not worth the money. Oh my God. $22,563.81 is the most awesome machine you can build on this website, and that is throwing in all kinds of unnecessary excess paraphernalia to boot. Oh, I didn't get a shirt. Let me get a shirt while I'm at it. There we go. Give me a shirt. Oh, that size won't fit me. I need the 2LX, and they're out of the 2LX, so no shirt. But, okay. So that is a dream machine. If you just have more, if you just hit the lottery, you have more money to spend than you know what to do with, or for whatever reason you think you absolutely need the best thing that can be bought, here you go. I just designed it for you. And there you go. That is my dream machine. When I hit the lottery, that's what I'm going to own. Thank you very much for watching, people, and enjoy yourselves. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and make sure you hit it. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and keep coming back watching my videos. Thank you so much. Bye.